Hey guys, tightrope here bringing you a 2v2 today. We are on Wolfheze. Playing today spawning in the north. We have Deru playing as Soviets, who has guard motor coordination, armored assault, and urban defense. Going for a tier 1 start. Tier out him is KIROV, also a Soviets. Immediately going for NKVD, getting the ready incept going. From the left-hand side, we have Rutra, who has Luftwaffe ground forces, special operations, and Overwatch. And BatON also with OKW with breakthrough. Allies are an arranged team in the mid-30s. Axis randoms, Rutra rank 9, BatON around 130. So Deru going for a slightly less usual Soviet tier 1 start. Built the tier 1 with his first engineers. Probably more common to send the first engineer to cap. Build it with the first engineer squad that you construct from your base. Generally that's slightly more efficient in terms of territory control. Alright. Minor detail. Actually got a double coup wagons from the OKW, so it's M3A1 the prime opportunity to go hunting for these Kubels. Should be very effective this match. Certainly if you're going double Soviets against double OKW, one of you should go for tier 1, I would say. Do have some Fusiliers though for BatON, so you know, do have those early anti-tank grenades. He's gone for 2 of them as well. Could make harder to chase down the Kubel on his side of the map. Still don't have enough munitions for a flamethrower on the engineer yet. The Soviets haven't managed to hold on to their muni point. Now getting attacked from 2 angles here. The wagon should be doing some really nice damage against those conscripts, and they do end up having to pull back. A1 just slowly working its way in. Doesn't want to dive in too deep though, with the sternpires right there doing some decent damage. Generals end up capping, but it's not a terribly important point this one. It's not the fuel point, it's just a standard territory, not really connecting anything.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
And you can see all of these conscripts very low in health. This typically happens with the Kubelwagen. It does, you know, spreads its damage amongst the whole squad instead of targeting individual models. Which means you sometimes need to go for healing earlier on when you're fighting against it. KIROV does have healing now. He's got a lot of very low health squads in the meantime. And Rutra showing a combined front there. He's also picked up a Raketin, which is interesting. Really wants to shut down that M3A1. Ouch. Ooh, this is a close one. Looks like a couple of sternpires had to reload. Whoa! Right on the base doorstep, he chased all the way, but BatON was not going to be denied that kill. Oh, but there we go. The M3A1's vetted up, finds an opportunity to dive in there, kill off one of the Kubels. Looking for the sternpose on retreat now. Ooh, good flanking move there from Deru. BatON getting punished from being extended so far. You know, that's what happens when you're fighting against an arranged team. They can set up those kind of maneuvers more easily. Oh, but the Raketin's right there. M3 just needs a tiny bit more damage. The Kubel's going to chase in and try and get the kill on it, and it does. Ooh, and he loses almost the entire squad inside the explosion too. Alright, well done there by Rutra. Nice Raketin positioning. Good pick off. Got some guards coming out now for Deru, as you might expect. Has gone for guard motor. Rutra now going for some Jaeger lights. Mine triggers down the side. Kitten comes in to jam the capture. He doesn't quite get in the circle, and now he has some reinforcements, the conscripts, so just going to bleed some manpower there. Capping down the far side, getting some sandbags up on the muni point as well. So at the moment, in spite of, you know, some nice wins for the Axis on the tail end, they have lost a lot of territory control all of a sudden. Here they come, about to push back out. Going first for this central cutoff. Early retreat there for KIROV. KIROV has a lot of manpower, doesn't have any tech up out the back. So makes me think he's... Okay, maybe he's going to go for the Commissar, but I was thinking maybe he's even going to go for a straight tier 4 strategy. Guards do not have the LMGs yet, so not that troublesome. Is he hitting his own unit with that? Anyway, it's getting slightly outmuscled. The Kubel wants to contribute, but can't with those PTRSs hanging around. And KIROV ultimately getting forced away on this side. Will he build his tech now? That's the big question. Kubel, though, coming back in, making itself useful for Rutra. Yeah, that's a win, you know. If you can kill off your opponent's M3A1 and you've still got your Kubel, that's mission accomplished, I'd say, ZOKW. Does indeed get the Commissar, but a little bit on the late side. Could have fielded this about half a command point earlier. Now finally going to cap this in the corner. And not putting down tier 3 at this stage either. Maybe he's going to retreat the squad and put down tier 3, or just run over here and build it in this corner. Have to wait and see. Deru, meanwhile, does have tier 3 up. And a little bit of manpower off the T-70 now. Rutra going for a double Jaeger lights, so only 2 snaring squads for him. Could make it tough against the T-70. Flak half track coming out for BatON meanwhile. Not having much luck with it though. T-70 in the build for Deru, and anti-tank gun for KIROV. A couple of decent hits there with the flak. Got some G43s now on the Fusiliers, so this is a much harder proposition for KIROV to defend against. And he just loses right across the battlefield. Early retreats though, trying to conserve some manpower, and didn't really bleed too much from that attack. Just one benefit, but really needs either upgrade on his conscripts or his own team weapons or light vehicle to fight back here. Conscripts alone with no upgrade are just not going to cut it any longer. Even with the Commissar having some trouble. Building with the engineer that doesn't have the flamethrower and coming out with the rest of them. Early shot there on the T-70. Axis doing a good job of harassing the center as well. Deru backs off for some repairs. They're looking pretty good for the Axis right now. Comes as this for KIROV, looking for the flak. Misses the first shot though. Fortunate for BatON. Okay, T-70 ready to rumble again, but have the Jaeger lights there, providing some vision, and Raketten also right in position, ready to fire. Doesn't have vision. Okay, maybe just hit Not sure why it took so long to fire there. Follow-up shot missing. Might be attack ground action. Ultimately getting forced away though. With all those reinforcements coming in. And close call on the Jaeger lights as well. They do get quite low. And that should free up the T-70 now to get a lot of territory on this side of the map. No second Raketen for Rutra. Looks like he's trying to put down his flak base, but that's getting interrupted now. KIROV pushing back onto the side. He goes for a T-70 so late. Oh man. Feels like a mistake at that late of a timing, but okay, there we go. Nice kill on the Kerbal. PTRSs do eventually find their mark. Finish it off. Got a heavy mortar out now for Deru also. But T-70 hasn't oh, nice attack round. Hasn't really gone on like a rampage or anything like that. Comes forward, does some damage, has to back out for repairs, rinse and repeat. Hasn't really been explosive. Just a steady performer. And Axis, okay, flak base put up in base. Looks like BatON's going to put his a little bit further forwards. No off maps on these commanders to kill off those HQs, so relatively safe. We do know both these commanders because we've seen the Commissar, seen the mortar and the guards, so Axis should know what they're up against at this stage. Goes into firing positions. Did the option of maybe trying to get into cover, throw a concussive grenade to try and win that fight, but I think it was a fine choice to retreat as well. Looks like he hasn't remembered to bring them out of firing positions though. It's building, excuse me, with a heavy mortar camped behind it. Tough for the Axis to break at this stage. Need an infantry support gun or something, but Richard doesn't really have the manpower. Could have gone for it instead of the Obers, I suppose. Opted not to. I have been having a reasonable amount of success with double ISG builds, but they are, I'd say, less successful in 2v2. This rocket artillery tends to arrive much earlier to counter. Especially, with double Soviets. Have to expect an early Katyusha for one of the two. Yeah, Rutra now having a little bit of trouble. Raketen got forced away by the heavy mortar, I believe, and frees up the T-70 to come in and do some damage. And here comes a KIROV T-70 now. One kill so far. We have a Raketen. It's coming across now for BatON. Heavy mortar slamming down now as well. Usually is still performing well, wherever the T-70 is not. KIROV actually picking up a regular Soviet mortar, popping off a flare now. So he's kind of given up a little bit on this side, now moving more into the center. Oh, this could be a wipe. T-70 coming in looking for the finishing hit. And gets it. I think that might actually be the penals that got the actual wipe. Good harass here from Deru. But Rutra kind of setting up for a more late game strategy, with all this elite infantry. Only investing in the single Raketen as well. So... okay, there goes a Fusilier. Not unexpected for him to be struggling at this phase with this tactic. Second squad of guards picked up for Deru, by Deru. And there we we go, decent connection. A Pina went down. Deru though. So that's good news for Rutra after losing his Volksgrenadiers, and now going for a Jagdpanzer first. It's an interesting option. The kitten rolls up. Lost vision of the T-70. The kitten, oh, it's going to go down here. The guards finish the job. A little bit sloppy there for Rutra. And looks like he's going to kill off that AT gun. Interesting. Double T-70s down this side now. But, you know, the Jagdpanzer's going to answer them quite nicely. The good thing about the Jagdpanzer is, you know, typically you can do damage to the Soviet tanks and stay out of range of the return fire of their anti-tank guns. Just got to be aware that, you know, you're kind of playing a long game waiting for that Jagdpanzer to vet out before it truly becomes menacing. Back after that coming across. Some nice retreats. Looks like BatON coming in to assist his teammate. We got roughly half the map on that side, so why not? I'll make sure that this fuel point is secured. BatON close to his medium, but loss of fuel really hurting his timings. KIROV meanwhile has not got tier 4 down yet. We've got Deru popping us down now at this stage. But perhaps that second squad of guards has slowed down his own medium pressure. And now with the double team from the Axis on this side, they're making some nice headway. But they are losing control on the other side of the map in the meantime. And the T-70s do eventually start getting some pretty good hits. Jagdpanzer though, nice job pushing up to support. Take a look at VPs, the Allies do have about a 100-point lead at this stage as well. Oh, I thought I heard a Goliath. I'm very familiar with that noise after producing my Halloween video recently. Hope you enjoyed it. This is one thing that these squads can't really do anything about. No snares. T-70 just bullying them. But the Jagdpanzer does eventually force it away, and it looks like the Jagdpanzer trying to kill off the building as well. He's had enough of it. Just to flatten it. And now into a howitzer, building it right in this back corner. Looks like the Goliath maybe going to try to jump on the fuel point. There's actually a nice little crater for it right there. Work from a flak half track. The regular Soviet mortar got a lot of vet. Doesn't have many kills, but must be doing some nice damage. Now we nearly complete now. Quite tough to defend from this angle. There's many approaches from the double Soviet team to kill it, but as I was saying, they don't have any off maps to kill it. So does make things more difficult.
Now stand at 300 points.
Triple cap against the Axis though. They're in a spot of bother. Here comes the Panzer IV for BatON, chasing Western squads from this side of the map. Tank gun rotating. And here comes the Howie targeting the heavy mortar. A little bit of damage done. Panzer coming across. Connection on the T-70, forcing it away, but the guards in the firing positions are so fast to vet up as well. You know, consider he got them relatively late, already vet 3, high vet than most other units in the game. That infantry support gun now for BatON as well. Okay, getting some decent hits also. 2 kills from the Howie with his first barrage. Did alright. Not incredible. Pretty good reactions from Deru, dodging away from the target area. Oh wow, he's gone for a second Howie. Alright. Well. Wish you luck, good sir. And I suppose, you know, he's got the Jagdpanzer, he's got the anti-tank to try and defend. I'll make sure he plants a bunch of mines. Because one Howie, maybe you can get away with. But two, the allies are going to want to come down here and kill these, 100%. One thing that is sometimes good to do with the Goliath is maybe not to have it on the exact points you want to detonate it on. To maybe have it off to the side, so out of the typical running path, and then run it into the unit as it retreats. It's typically more successful. Got the shots trading around here. Katyusha now for Kirov. Deru got the T-3485, but the Jagdpanzer is doing well. Close to Vet 2 now, he's got that cautious movement running. Surprised the Howie didn't target the building. Going for the VP here. Going for a double Howie combo. Just forced Deru away, but not really hitting anything. Alright. Okay, there we go. Is this connecting once? A little bit slow, no anti-tank grenades. Panzer IV has a chance to get away. Backs out the same direction though. Ends up taking the AT nade. And now maybe the Zis has a chance to get in some follow-up damage. A little bit clumsy there from BatON. And here we go. They want to come in for the kill. They drop the anti-tank Overwatch. Bring up the T-34, hoping for an extra shot. Providing some vision. This was in some trouble. And there it goes. Barrage into the base. This is risky for BatON. Oh, he takes some big damage there. Oh. Oh, but the Katyusha goes down. Fusiliers. And the Raketen. No, what killed it? It must have been the Fusiliers. But they didn't even throw an anti-tank grenade at it. Well, he was getting slammed in his base, but he ends up having the last laugh. Nice kill on the Katyusha. I was thinking, why isn't he dodging this? But it's because he's so focused on getting the kill. And ends up being a good trade for him. Didn't suffer any squad wipes and got the Katyusha. Instant rebuild on that for Kirov. And it's good news because if BatON lost his Panzer IV and didn't get anything in return, that would be very sad. We're kind of at the stage of the game where maybe like squads are going to have trouble getting down this deep. Goliath might be better served trying to guard this victory point instead. But players tend to watch their squads run into victory points more often than the fuel point, I would guess. Howie action, but it seems like they haven't really hit too much. Oh, this one's actually up to 8 kills somehow. Alright. And the Jagdpanzer, as I was saying, doing a good job damaging the Soviet tanks, staying out of range of the anti-tank gun return fire. This could be bad news for Kirov. Yep, there we go. Nice coordination from the double axis. Hitting them from both angles, and there goes the T-34, and here comes the Goliath rolling into the center. Pretty good Katyusha barrage again. Yeah. 5 kills to kick things off. Panzer not in position to guard that. Oh, shoots at this. Does he know about the Goliath? There's a tank grounding there. I think he might have been hiding around the corner perhaps. Okay, anti-tank grenade, but did get interrupted and slowed down. Bringing the planes though, might be able to finish off the T-70. A little bit of damage on that first pass. Oh! Pixel more of damage and that would be a dead tank. Get some decent suppression in. We've got the Howies coming down now as well. Ooh, a good connection there. Oh, here comes the Goliath. No dice. Remember that those sweepers do have enhanced detection range on Goliath, so they're a good unit to be leading the charge with. And maybe actually the double Soviets, they might have heard / seen the Goliath in production from the radio intercept. Maybe that's why Deru was being cautious there. Knew something was up. T-70 being used more as a vision tool. But you can't see an invisible Jagdpanzer. And that Jagdpanzer beating up very nicely. kills, 5 kills. Yeah, they're getting something done. Close call there for the Katyusha. Moves it away now though. Okay, ISG barraging the mortar. Okay, Katyusha onto the ISG. There's a few little obstacles to block some of those rockets. Okay, Artillery infantry coming around the corner. Another damage. Oh, goes up the smoke there instead of the bundle. I wonder if that was on cooldown. Panzer and out to Vet 3. Okay, takes a anti-tank grenade down the far side. Conscript's a little isolated. Time fuse now coming out on the flak half track. Walking Stuka for BatON. I was thinking I haven't seen a tank from him for a while, but from mechanized into the walking Stuka. There we go. He's off. Maybe going for the heavy mortar. Not a very good connection on that. It still only has the 180 tank gun, which is quite risky for BatON. Under strength in the anti-vehicle department. Doesn't even have the Shrek on the stern piles. Problem with only having one Raketen is, you know, if it's retrieved back to base, you have no defense. Or if it gets decrewed by like a Katyusha barrage, you have no defense. So, you know, you might be able to get away with it, but there's such a high chance of things going wrong. And eventually, time fuse there, doing its job. No dodge from the flak, no repairs. Loses it. Playing it safe. Ooh, close range heavy mortar I think that was. And they dropped the LMG. LMG penals. That is horrible for Rutra. Really gonna hurt. Second Raketen now for BatON. Oh, loses the ISG though. Katyusha's getting the job done. This one though, redefires coming forwards. It's just starting to hurt on the victory points. T-34 coming in for a bit of a push. Has to retreat with the Fusiliers. Now the overs. Ooh. But this Raketen is here. has his vision blocked by the smoke. Oh, and the Obers go down. Lucky shot there from the T-34. T-34 going to get away as well. The Jagdpanzer wasn't really in position to assist. Guys going down fast here though. Where are these Howies at? Targeting the heavy mortar, it looks like. Not going to get it. And when the physics are working like this, that's when the frame rates start to hurt. Okay, Vet 4 now on the Jagdpanzer. Deals with the T-70. Building finally flattened. 13-7. Just steady performance from these Howies. Nothing too impressive though. KIROV with the rebuilt Katyusha already going to outnumber that kill counter. Flare spotting and BatON slow to dodge that Katyusha. Lucky the rockets could have done a lot more than that. No dodge at all. It's on the center, but has to retreat from there now as well. With the T-34-85 arriving. Get this walking Stuka to get a big hit here. Axis are really struggling. They need to make a bit of a breakthrough. Rutra just about to get the King Tiger out, so that'll be big. But BatON struggling on manpower. A fresh squad of Obers might impact him if he was planning to go for something like a Jagd Tiger or Panther. Oh, there we go. Great hit. As this gets decrewed, now the Jagdpanzer charging ahead. Engine crit on the T-70 all of a sudden. He's looking very strong. There we go, though. The walking Stuka gets dived by the T-34. The Jagdpanzer misses all of its shots. And now marked vehicle on the Jagdpanzers to try and stop it from chasing. Empires though end up getting the decrew, and the Jagdpanzer could hang around to kill off the weapon. Going back in. Gotta be careful, without leaving your rocket artillery on the front line. BatON in some big trouble. It's like Howies of Rutra though, getting some hits. Well, not too much though. Let's see if the King Tiger can get it done. This did get destroyed. Second T-34-85 cancelled. Switches over to the Su-85 to answer the KT. This time a better dodge on the Katyusha. We got double Raketans baiting. T-70's coming down here. One of them is camouflaged. No. Could be camouflaged. Sees them. Not going to fall for that. Good start for the King Tiger though. Forcing a bunch of units to fall back. Katyusha about ready to go again for Deru. Su-85 now for KIROV. Positioned in the center. I need to have some strong Raketan positioning for BatON here, I think. There we go, good hits from the Jagdpanzer Vet 5. Empire's just on the far side capping with the protection of those Raketans. Guys want to come in and cap themselves. Some Jägerlights providing the vision though. Pretty hard though to come in with a unvetted Su-85 against the Vet 5 Jagdpanzer. Coming in with the sight disadvantage as well with those Jägerlights hanging about, but oof. Take a pretty big hit. T-70 not in recon mode, but here comes the Su-85. Airburst shells into Deru's base. Doesn't look like they're quite doing enough damage to actually kill anything though. Oh, there we go. Spoke too soon. Is that the plan here? Force mass retreats and then airburst shell the base. Do end up getting some kills now. 21 kills all of a sudden. I imagine a few of these are medics, but still looks like he's getting some actual units as well. There we go. Double Raketans connecting as well as the snare, but the Raketans need to push forwards a little bit to finish the job. Here comes the Jagdpanzer though. Maybe that can get it done. Raketans open up on the Su-85. Katyusha not quite finding its target. Maybe he's trying to prevent the Raketans from chasing in. Targeting this area, and it works out perfectly. BatON runs right into the Katyusha rockets. Loses both of his Raketans. What a crazy bit of scatter. I'm going to recover one of them at least. Fair propaganda coming in from the Commissar. Going to try to kill this one off with the Zis. A couple of shots getting traded over here. The Jagdpanzer's out back for repairs. But the Raketan might survive yet. Just got forced away by a Howie, I think. T-70 meanwhile just left on recon mode, capping up the far side. Trying to keep that VP pressure going. Okay, now we go. We've got 24-17 on the Howies. Able to kill off this mortar out the back here. Lining up with the infantry support gun on that one, it looks like. But Soviets looking to set up the triple cap. Jagdpanzer just about repaired back up. Same story with the King Tiger, but coming up here with no support at this stage. But going to drop down the planes. Try and buy a bit of breathing room. King Tiger going to roll through the center, it looks like. So it did buy some space, but didn't really do much damage. Capping up the side with a King Tiger. BatON also going for the KT. It looked like it was going to be one of the two big boys, either KT or the JT, but he likes the K. Neutralized there. Points turned against the Soviets at this stage. Making good use of these T-70s on the recon mode though, the double Soviet team. Getting a lot of value from them in this late stage. 5 doesn't have an angle on the King Tiger currently.
Pioneers ready for assignment.
Rutra. Second squad of Sternpires, that's interesting. Tiger getting forced back. Rutra maybe could do with the Raketan as well. Oh, he can't, he's pop capped. Good shot there. Heavy mortar gets decrewed this time by the Howie. Slowly but surely, this Howie is getting the job done. Katyusha just missing. Close call. The double Su-85s now for KIROV, but looks like they've been forced back. Double Soviet team is starting to struggle. Air bursts into KIROV's base now. Okay, marked vehicle. T-3485 not quite fast enough to chase it down, and now could be in some trouble itself. Looks like Rutra just gonna play it safe. For the MGD crew here, but doesn't really find it. 35 kills for KIROV's Katyusha so far, has been doing very well. Deru, not the same success, only 5. Spearhead mode now for Rutra. 5 going for some attack rounds there, I think. Oh, what happened over here? S-285 goes down. Good racket positioning. MG goes down as well. Commissar almost dead. Maybe the Fusiliers can finish the job. And Tiger meanwhile slamming home some damage on the AT gun. Doesn't quite get the Commissar, but AT gun in some major trouble. T-34 is here. So is the S-285 and the T-70 now coming in. KIROV really wants to hold on to his Zis. It's very low, one shot and it'll die. King Tiger leading the charge, but here comes the anti-tank Overwatch. Ram, but no penetration. Might still be enough to get the King Tiger. Oh, S-285 bounces. T-70 providing vision, but there's another Rakitten back there. He's avoiding the KT. S-285 coming through, and he does eventually get it. But not too bad for BatON, all things considered. T-34 and T-70, I think they're both pretty high vet going down there as well. Finishes off the Zis, so big blow for sure, but could have been a lot worse. And has quite a lot of fuel in reserve also, just needs to save up some manpower. He'll be pretty much there for his next tank. VP's almost dead even all of a sudden as well. Don't know how the Axis managed to do that. But a very strong turnaround. Big Katyusha though. A little bit further out the back. See, the Axis were expecting it to be on the VP. Might be a creeping barrage, no. Oh, you could see that was about to happen. Oh wow, does he not have mobilized reserves? His conscripts could actually pick up that LMG. Maybe they didn't see that it got dropped though. Looks like these stern piles are going to be the ones to claim it. 35 doing his best against the King Tiger, but with that high vet Jagdpanzer there, it's tough. Oh, there we go. T-70 down. Only takes 2 shots from that combo. That's the King Tiger's extra damage per hit. 2 shot the back, trying to get the stern piles. Decent damage. No white. Both teams focusing on the victory points. Very strange for KIROV not to upgrade his squads with mobilized reserves. Did he just forget or something? He's got munis for days. Could get so much more effectiveness from these conscripts with that upgrade. Maybe not if he loses them though. Katyusha out the back onto the team weapons again. On slow to dodge again. Uses machine gun for the trouble. Both the Rakitten still standing though. And allies making some plays for the VPs. Looks like Rutra lost a Volksgrenadier on the far side as well. The Axis do hold in the center for the moment. They're capping on the left. Comes a fresh T-34 for KIROV. Rutra has resources for days, but PopCap limited. Doesn't have many options. Just squeeze in and go for Kugel, I guess. This is 6 PopCap, interesting. Could go for an IR searchlight actually. That could be a decent idea for Rutra, honestly. Plonking it down over here would be very strong. Wouldn't have to rely on the Jaeger lights as much. Could do some recon planes and whatnot. Maybe allow sector assault deep into Soviet territory. The recon pass. Panzer trading. Ends up backing off. Coming down now as well. Sprinting away from the rockets. King Tiger rotating, but the S-35 coming in from this angle. You have the double sternpire Shreks there though. Comes another Katyusha. Oof. Sternpires dodging forwards, but we've got the LMG Penal there. Oh, and he loses his squad retreating back. Ouch. Jaeger lights down as well. Big losses there for Rutra. He's got the resources to rebuild now though. He could build basically whatever he wants apart from another King Tiger. It's going to be double overs. The Raketans coming in from the side. S-35 not dodging. And he just lets it go down. Really bad control there from KIROV. Trying to fight for this VP. Team's quite desperate on the victory points. King Tiger in some trouble. S-35 trying to chase it down, but losing vision. Got the focus sight activated. Dropping the anti-tank Overwatch though. Jagdpanzer's going to have to be careful here. Could end up losing it. S-35 not going to get another opportunity to fire. But the Jagdpanzer a tiny bit too slow getting out of there. He was pretty fast in terms of top speed. Maybe if he took a different path to dodge that didn't involve a turn, he might have been able to get out of there. Hard to say. How are we coming down now? Still very tight on the victory points between these two teams, but Rutra taking some big losses. Gonna go for a rebuild on the Jagdpanzer. Got 1 squad over so far. Now he's 29 and 40 kills. KIROV at 50 though on his Katyusha.
The enemy is taking what we have secured.
Gets the decap there and then retreats. Rutra always playing the victory points. BatON on the far side doing some capping himself. So the Axis look like they're going to be on the drain here shortly. King Tiger taking a long time to repair up. Jagdpanzer's now going to be the one coming in with the vet disadvantage against this high vet S-35s. Could make it difficult for Rutra. Katyusha into the base. Oh, this is tough. Looks like he killed all the medics, in fact. Another Katyusha. Looks like BatON's going to be fine. But, again, Axis are on the drain here. Oh, he's coming down out the back, hoping to catch the Katyushas, but doesn't quite find them. Ooh, that one was close, though. Half health gone. Do remember, you know, you can cancel these howitzer barrages early, and then Howie will cool down faster if you do that. If the enemy has vacated. gonna get any more damage done with them. Double Kittens doing well there, holding on to the VP. BatON very close to another King Tiger. Looks like that's what he's going for next. Okay, got marked vehicle active, but we've also got the planes coming down now from Rutra. A little bit sloppy from the double Soviet team to never get any anti-air to counter this. Both of them with boatloads of resources could easily have fielded one. But again, it doesn't look like this is going to get really any damage done, just buying some space for Rutra. Oh, no anti-tank grenades. There's an opportunity there. Push into the center. Oof! Really got the Fusiliers. Now here comes the King Tiger. Supported by the double Kittens. This could spell the end of KIROV's tanks very quickly. Oh, he briefly stopped there. That allows the King Tiger to get a second shot in. There goes one for KIROV. Doesn't have the anti-tank Overwatch either. It's building another SU-85. Oh. A Raketa now for Rutra. That's sensible. Panzer in some trouble. Shusha, here we go. Double Soviets, they're going in for the kill on Rutra. Can they get the job done? Both these tanks on one shot here. So the King Tiger, bounce, bounce, bounce. He goes in for the ram. Does not penetrate the Jagdpanzer, but stunned. Maybe the SU-85. He pops the focus sight. He misses the kill shot. Oh no, and here come the double Kittens from the sides. Wow, Rutra. He's a very lucky lad. I mean, the ram is about 3/4 chance to penetrate, something like that. And then the SU-85 missing after that as well. Whoa, look at that Katyusha though, the double Kittens. Completely decrewed. Didn't stand much of a chance of escape there. Strips down the center. Still a crazy race on the victory points for these two teams. Rutra gone for his second Jagdpanzer now. King Tiger now starting to get bullied by all these Soviet vehicles in the center. Draining from the allies though at this stage. Double Howie's starting to come down. Looks like they might have actually done some damage to one of these SU-85s. Goes in for the ram. Node penetration again. Wow, I feel like the Soviets have been getting a little bit unlucky on the pins. With the ram, I don't think I've seen any of them penetrate. Probably odds on 2 of them would have at this stage. So there we go. King Tiger gets out of there, and anti-tank Overwatch was activated. So, this could be trouble. SU-85, Panzer Shrek's coming up. Shrek misses, but the Jagdpanzer does not. SU-85 now dead as well. 10 VPs left. Got a Maxim here, needs to get in the capture circle and fast. The conscripts are decapping the middle. Soviets. Oh, this Maxim, what's he doing? Oh, secure mode. Okay, I didn't notice that. Clock has stopped there. 1 point. At 1 point. Great use of secure mode. Come the double Katyushas into the center. It's a bloodbath. Might have cost him his own squad of conscripts with the friendly fire from that. Let's have a look, eh? Friendly's killed one, probably. do take a lot less damage from friendly fire, but still happens. Okay, looks like Rutra got a fresh squad of Obers out. A lot of repairs going on down here for the Axis. Got a booby trap here. No sweepers for KIROV. Take some big damage. These guys are standing in light cover. Might allow them to beat the Obers.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
And there we go. Axis now going to be on the drain. The Panzer's still doing well though. Here comes a T-345 looking to come down this channel. Looking to flank. Oh, we got the Shrek there. Connects. No munis for marked vehicle. And this is a Vet 2 Jagdpanzer's got the extra health at this stage. I didn't even notice this T-34 got abandoned back here. Jagdpanzer getting blocked. Good maneuvering here from Deru. And there goes the Jagdpanzer. King Tiger coming across to assist his teammate. Can they salvage this? They got the Shrek. I don't think that's going to be enough to kill off the T-345, and it misses anyway. Oh, the Katyusha slamming home through the center. The officer dies. Killing off these decrypt Raketans now as well. Ouch. Fusilier and officer going down in the middle, trying to cap. Still have that T-34 over here, and could repair that up. King Tiger coming across 1 point. Doesn't take much. Ober's making a play. Ober's over here guarding the far VP. Rocker's stopped. Propaganda into the center. Trying to dodge these rockets with the infantry, trying to close the show on the victory points, but doesn't look like the Axis can do it. This Su-85 just slamming damage on the King Tiger. A lot of repairs now for that. T-34 eventually chases away the OKW infantry. The Howie knocks out the Maxim back there. Sternpire is taking a massive risk trying to cap here on one model. And it does not pay off. I don't know what Rutra was thinking there. Close range Katyusha on the machine gun. Looks like it's going to go down. Guards are also falling though, out the back. Okay, crewed the T-34, but no repairs on that yet. The Jagdpanzer are about to pop out for Rutra. But it's not looking good here for the Axis. They don't even have 1 point. They're draining out so fast. They've got a lot of team weapons they could recover, but they didn't really prioritize that. Here we go. They're making a push. Katyusha on cooldown. This one's ready to fire though for Deru. Oversold and throw out some smoke. Here comes the Jagdpanzer. They've recovered one Raket in here now as well. We'll go for some attack round action. Here come the rockets. Targeting the anti-tank gun. That's an idea. BatON making a dash. 6 points. He's got the King Tiger over here as well. It's going to be tough though. Ober's trying to cap, but oh, the T-34's way too much. Jagdpan's on the move, and there we go. Wow. I can't believe that. The Allies squeaked this one out. Unreal. 1 VP. It all came down to the secure mode on T-3045. What a great play from Deru. And that made all the difference. You know, if he tried to take the maximum there like I thought, that extra like 3 or so seconds probably would have cost him the match. Very well done. some big Katyushas this game. I think that was really the X factor for the double Soviet team. The anti-tank Overwatch, got a couple decent kills, but it wasn't complete devastation like we've seen in some other matches every time it was activated. But yeah, the Katyushas were just crazy. BatON quite slow dodging a lot of those Katyusha barrages. You have like double Raket's machine gun in one area, and then the whole volley of rockets would come through. Something it needs to be a bit more aware of, dodging with his team weapons. But yeah, felt like the Axis had this, like Rutra, I think, maybe got a little bit too desperate going for the cap, trying to drain off that last point, and didn't play conservatively enough. And then ultimately, he had all those resources in reserve, but burnt through them all and didn't really have much to show for it at the end here. I think if you just played a bit more steady, maybe capped this tank, repaired everything up, made a nice move with some more coordination, could have got the job done. But those Katyushas, man, they really shut down the cap. BatON losing both of his Raketans over here, very painful, meant that he had trouble holding on to this far point against the T-34s. It was a big loss. But yeah, good play. Well done by the double Soviets. Impressive tenacity in this one, and they end up coming out victorious. Well, anyway, guys, wrap on that. If you like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you off the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.